In the depths of human interaction, there sometimes lie threads of attachment so delicate and unspoken that words prove powerless to convey their true essence. Perhaps each of us has, at some point, felt this invisible connection with another person, a silent pull that manifests not in loud declarations, but in barely perceptible cues. Look closely. Have you ever noticed a gaze lingering on you a moment longer than usual, or discovered that someone remembers minute details about you with astonishing accuracy, details you yourself had long forgotten? True expressions of love are rarely deafening. Often they hide in the seemingly insignificant trifles, in quiet moments, and in barely discernible gestures. Carl Gustav Jung, one of the most distinguished and insightful minds in psychology, was deeply convinced that genuine love is nothing less than an invisible bond existing far beyond our conscious perception. When someone's feelings for you are hidden, they don't vanish simply because they haven't been spoken aloud. On the contrary, these deep yet unvoiced emotions find their reflection in unconscious behavioral patterns, in reactions and actions that the person themselves might even perform unknowingly. And here lies an incredible opportunity. If you possess the knowledge and attentiveness to recognize these subtle yet telling signs, you can discover that someone harbors feelings for you far stronger and deeper than you could ever imagine. One of the most elegant yet powerful indicators of such unspoken attachment is the phenomenon of mirroring. When a deep emotional connection forms between people, their subconscious minds begin to synchronize in a remarkable way. You might notice how a person with secret feelings for you involuntarily starts using the same phrases and expressions as you do. They might subtly adopt your mannerisms, gestures, or even show a sincere, genuine interest in things that are dear to you and that you love. This is not mere coincidence or deliberate imitation. It is a powerful psychological response triggered by profound emotional closeness. The human brain has an innate ability to instinctively mirror the behavior of those with whom it feels a strong bond, and this becomes a silent but absolutely undeniable signal of deep attachment. However, this is only the first key to understanding hidden feelings. What else does the subconscious conceal, and what other signs betray unspoken love? Keep observing, and the picture will become clearer. Indeed, the nature of love is rarely straightforward. Sometimes those who feel the strongest emotions for someone paradoxically distance themselves precisely at the moment when they seemingly should draw closer. It's not uncommon to see someone display aloofness or complete indifference, avoid direct eye contact, or physically distance themselves. When it comes to deep emotional connections, such behavior by no means indicates a lack of interest. On the contrary, it is often a manifestation of fear. Carl Jung, the eminent thinker, believed that the shadow self harbors our most hidden, unexpressed desires and impulses. And when a person is unprepared to confront their own emotions, they may instinctively create barriers and distance. Such individuals fear losing control, becoming too open and vulnerable, or not receiving reciprocation for their feelings. Yet strangely enough, the more persistently they try to suppress what they feel, the more apparent the truth of their behavior becomes. Sometimes unspoken affection finds its outlet through playful teasing or minor mischief. When someone regularly seeks an opportunity to challenge, provoke, or engage in a lively, witty exchange, it may not be merely a display of playfulness. Such behavior often serves as a means of maintaining contact without exposing one's own vulnerability. Jungian psychology, which explores the deeper aspects of the psyche, asserts that humor often acts as a channel through which the unconscious expresses emotions that cannot be articulated in words. The very desire for interaction, even if it manifests through light, playful teasing, undoubtedly indicates a deeper attachment hidden beneath the surface. One undeniable indicator of hidden feelings is a person's phenomenal ability to remember the smallest details about another. For instance, someone might have once mentioned their favorite childhood movie, a book that deeply moved them, or a fleeting thought concerning the object of their affection. And then months later, these details resurface in their mind. This phenomenon is explained by the fact that when we harbor deep feelings for someone, Their words and associated memories become firmly imprinted in our subconscious. Even the most seemingly insignificant casual remarks acquire special weight, as if every bit of information about the beloved person is something invaluable to be cherished. Such individuals don't just listen, they absorb every word, perceiving it as a precious fragment that forms the true essence of the one they hold dear. The eyes often serve as silent witnesses to what the heart strives to conceal. One of the most eloquent manifestations of secret attachment is how a person discreetly observes the object of their feelings, believing their attention will go unnoticed. They might intently watch from a distance, from across the room, or cast quick, piercing glances when the other person is conversing with someone else. Sometimes a depth of emotion flashes in their eyes, which they quickly try to hide upon realizing their gaze might have been noticed. According to Jung, our subconscious desires often surface in such fleeting, unguarded moments. A person secretly harboring deep feelings may never utter the longed-for words, but their eyes will undoubtedly convey what their voice dares not express. The art of attentive listening is undoubtedly a rare gift, but those who harbor profound feelings for you achieve true mastery in it. Unlike most people, whose listening amounts only to waiting for an opportunity to reply, a person with tender feelings for you delves into every word with a sincere desire to understand. Such individuals are capable of catching the subtlest nuances in your voice's timbre, sensing the sadness hidden behind a smile, and remembering details you, yourself, long forgot you shared. Their presence in a dialogue extends beyond mere politeness. It is a profound, emotional investment. They listen to your words not because they are obligated to, but because what you say holds an inexplicable yet incredibly important significance for them. True attachment doesn't always require grand declarations or dramatic gestures. Sometimes it manifests in the most subtle actions, for example, a caring question about whether you've eaten, the ability to notice your fatigue before you utter a single word, or a quiet concern for your comfort. Perhaps such people won't seek to impress you with grandiose displays, but they will always be there, showing care in ways that might seem insignificant, yet actually carry the deepest meaning. The teachings of the distinguished thinker Carl Jung reveal a profound truth. The human soul possesses the ability to acutely perceive what the rational mind sometimes struggles to accept or even refuses to notice. If an individual has ever sensed unspoken affections from another, felt that someone harbors deep feelings but lacks the courage to express them openly, then one should look beyond spoken phrases. It is important to carefully observe their actions, the eloquent silence that sometimes speaks more than words, and the involuntary, sometimes barely perceptible gestures. For genuine attachment, true love always leaves invisible yet palpable imprints. Often it is enough to simply open one's eyes to this reality, and then one might be surprised to realize that someone feels significantly stronger and deeper emotions for them than they could have ever imagined.